So people are always asking about what's the deal with the name. Over the door of our school, it does say Notre Dame, which means Our Lady. If you look at the early promotional materials for prospective students, and even the first rostrum from 1920, it actually refers to our school as Notre Dame Academy. And even some of the early pieces in the 1890s call it Our Ladies Academy, or Our Ladies Summit. The summit part was actually a joke, kind of a nickname given to the area by Sister Julia McGroarty, our foundress. Before this driveway was put in the early 2000s, when you drive along Grandin Road and look up, it was all green, and it really looked like Summit was up on a hill. So it did make sense. So that's kind of where the Summit part came from. But what about the Country Day School? In 1927, we sort of rebranded or reopened as the Summit Country Day School. And there used to be this story that it was the Country Day School because it was a day school, not a boarding school, and it was out in the country relative to downtown. That's not where the Country Day designation comes from. It was a special title that went with a certain kind of curricula. So what the Country Day designation did was actually add 2 hours onto the school day, because that kind of curricula required a real emphasis, extra emphasis on physical development in order to really address the needs of the development of the entire student. It was so at that point in time, initially not very popular, as you can imagine, to add 2 hours onto the day. But then the girls really got into it. And remember, we did still have some younger boys here. So you had different sports coming in. Field hockey is probably our oldest existing sport. It started here in 1926. On Williams Field in 1925 was put in that area was put in not only sort of a play space, field space for different things, but some tennis courts were there. And then even earlier in 1922, the girls were playing golf, and supposedly the first tee was somewhere in front of the chapel. Never been able to figure out exactly where.